Yo, 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 we live. Welcome to another episode of It's All Mad in the Dugout. Yeah, we've got an exciting episode for you guys today. We gonna be discussing quite a few things. So just to give you what we're gonna be talking about, we're gonna talk about obviously like our title says, females proposing, people killing. Oh wait, what the heck is going on in my head? Sorry, the stream just started playing in my ears. Yeah, we're going to talk about people killing people over snow. Yeah, you heard right. And our main one of our other main topics is our musicians or artists, whatever you want to call them, role models. But today I am joined with the man himself, the one that hosted our football watch along. Is it football? NFL watch along.
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. That's it. Super Bowl. I don't know where it went from me. I'm actually so tired. But yeah, the Super Bowl. I don't know anything about Super Bowl and any of that stuff, but I was watching through it and it was a good stream. It was a good stream. So feel free to catch that. But I'm gonna bring him in. He's Devo. How you doing, Devo?
What's good, people? What's good? Glad to be here. You know what I mean? Got a little hard drink for our birthday girl. You know what I mean? I thought I'd join in the celebration. yeah. Let's do this, man. Let's do this.
And we've got Yannicka on her birthday. Well, it's tomorrow, but we celebrate it now. How you doing?
Yeah, fine, thanks.
Javan's going to sing you happy birthday.
She's getting a drink.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to sing happy birthday.
Nah, Javan's going to sing you happy birthday before the show's done. And it's going to be like that Marilyn Monroe one, you know, that happy birthday, Mr. President. You know one of them ones. You know Javan's got a voice, isn't it?
Oh,
you know Javan can sing. I know you can sing, Javan. You know that
R&B
voice. Yeah, Javan's got that R&B voice, you could tell.
It's not happening. So, Yannicka,
Jason,
are you drunk? Have you drunk yet?
Yeah, got a drink here. Why is it? I can't even get up. This is my friend. Siobhan.
Good.
Welcome. I'm actually crying, Neeks. And and then our special guest tonight.
Oh, look at that.
This guy's following me across all platforms. I love it.
Introduce yourself.
Yes, Gav Mac from Two Up Top, but I thought I'll put my personal Twitter on this one today at GavMac23. And you are also talking to the darts champion. I've literally just finished the tournament and I won it. I hit 180 in it as well. I'm on cloud 9 right now. I am so happy. But we're not talking about sport, but I have to look. I'm gassed. I'm so gassed. Happy birthday, Yannicka, as well. Happy birthday to you for tomorrow.
Thank you. It's
we're gonna see a lot of giggling and muted mics in the background today. We're gonna see a lot of it. But yeah. But as our usual stuff, make sure you subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the podcast, all the links, all of the YouTube formalities, how you have to do. Yeah, all of that, do that. All the links are in the description below. Let's go. So, females proposing. Devo.
I don't have a problem with it whatsoever. I don't know. For me, I find it funny that people are willing to shout out from the rooftops about equality in certain things, and then in other things, it's like, nah, that's the man's job. But wait, it's equality as it should be across the board, surely. So if a woman's feeling to propose to a man, it doesn't emasculate the man or nothing like that. It doesn't make the woman like macho or anything. It's like, you feel that you want to get married to this man, ask him to marry you. What's the problem? Do you know what I mean? I know there's pure girls out there that want their man to propose to them. They want to get married. The man ain't going to do it, and it's going to cause tension in the relationship. So what's stopping her from just being honest and saying, look, I want to get married to you. Will you marry me? What's stopping you from doing that? Maybe the man don't want to get married, but then you're not going to get that proposal anyway. So it's better to know now than go another 3-4 years waiting for him to say it when he's never going to say it. But for me, it's not. I don't think it's a problem at all. I think it should be equal across the board. If a man wants to get married, he'll ask you to get married. If a woman wants to get married, she should ask you to get married. It's not a problem for me at all. I don't see why it doesn't happen more, to be honest.
Gav?
I look at it 2 ways. One, you have your day to propose, and it's once every 4 years, February 29th. that's one way. That's one way I look at it. And the other way I look at it as, you know, like in a situation where a man proposes and the woman says no, and it's like rah rah rah. Can you imagine what it's like the other way if the woman proposes and the man says no? Because low key, let's be honest, you know, women could go mad at men for not doing certain things. You know what I mean? I've got to be relatively quiet. Mrs. is next door. But no, I'm only joking. But like, I just can't imagine the uproar that would happen if a woman proposed and a man said no. Because 9 times, I say 9 times out of 10, I haven't done the full stats, but predominantly women, like men, will propose to their woman. Like, I'm looking at that video there. That's kind of weird. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want all of that, like filming and things like that.
So here we go. Here, this is it from the beginning.
What about the ring situation?
Mm.
You know, am I going to wear a 1 carat diamond on my ring? On my ring finger?
Band,
you know what I mean? Just instead of band. Well, I'll save the band for the wedding.
Yeah.
What? Well, no, one carat diamond. That's a bad boy diamond. That. Not 1 carat gold. Come on, like 1 carat gold. That's some Elizabeth Duke stuff. Do you know what I mean? That's all weird, man.
No, but that's a bit OTT. But to be fair, even if it was me proposing to my girl, I wouldn't want all of them things there. I wouldn't want someone filming it. I wouldn't want all of this over the top. Do you know what I mean? I've got 2 friends who proposed to their missus, and the way they did it was kind of along the lines the way I'd do it. One friend was just come from a restaurant, and he said to his missus, like, he's driving a car, I said, look, just put your hand in the glove compartment, get me a bottle of water, please. And she's like, do it yourself. He's like, no, please, just beg you, get me the water out of the thing. She's like, why don't you? They're a big argument. He's like, just get the thing out, do you know what I mean? Pull out the ring. And I was like, oh my God. He's like, yeah, you ruined it now, innit? You know what I mean?
I'll tell you what, that's not like, it's not too dissimilar, because I've been engaged before, and when I proposed to my ex-partner now, I was planning to do it in a couple of months' time, and I was working out what we were going to do on that particular day, and I got a bit excited. I was like, I'm not going to wait in a couple of months because I've already had the ring. I'm going to bring it forward by a month or so. And I said to her, I was like, what are you doing on X day? Knowing that she was doing nothing, and she just so happened she was like, babysitting that night. I was like, oh wow, and because I weren't expecting it, I was like, I didn't have a plan B. So then she was like, well, what's the matter? I was like, oh, nothing. And then she just kept on hammering. I was like, do you know what I was going to do? I was going to effing propose. That's what I was going to do. And then she was like, what? And then I did the one Nathan, but we were in the house. Like, I don't want this, you know, facade where, you know, people are filming it, all that sort of stuff. Like, if you want to propose to your missus, or you want to propose to your fella, you know, or whatever, if you want to propose, just do it in your own time when the time is right, and don't do it on Valentine's Day. Don't do it on Christmas Day. Don't do it at the stroke of 12 on New Year's Eve into New Year's Day, because all those things are just too cringe, man. I'm not about that
someone
life.
else's wedding. Don't do it at someone else's wedding.
Never do it at someone's wedding.
Don't. Nah, that's just.
Oh God, no, that's the worst. That's
the
worst.
Girls, what are your views?
Do you know what?
While you're drinking.
Do you know what? I'm not against women proposing, because it's fair enough. I think the reason why girls are more scared to propose than men is because a lot of men will kind of say they don't want to get married.
Yeah.
So you kind of fear if you do propose to them,
they'll just say no.
They've already said they don't want to get married. And a lot of men, like through pride and stuff, they want to be able to afford the wedding. They want to be able to afford things. So I think proposing to a man, as much as it seems simple, like, yeah, I like this guy, I want to marry him, let me marry him. I think it's a lot of men, like, you know, they won't be happy if they can't afford a ring. So it's kind of like they normally in normal relationships, like the man will save up for a while, buy a ring, and then propose, and that's just kind of how it works. So I'm not against women proposing, but it's just, I think girls always think that the guy will say no, whereas with men, it's rarer for a girl to say no. Do you know what I mean? If she loves you and she's with you, if she says no, that means she doesn't really like you, to be honest. So you get an answer either way.
I don't understand that. I think surely when you're at the point where you're asking someone to marry, you should be 100% sure they're going to say yes. Surely.
Yeah.
That's not like something where you're just like, you know what, I kind of like this girl. Took her Burger King one time. Do you know what I mean? Like, maybe I should marry her. What kind of thing is that? Surely it's like you're years down the line, you know each other inside and outside. And it's like, yeah, let's get married. I don't know. Maybe not. But yeah, if my missus proposed to me, I wouldn't mind. It wouldn't make me feel any sort of way. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those. What about you, Jay? Jay always tries to sneak out the questions. You know,
I was gonna say when I was listening last week.
Nah, I'm on to you, bro.
When I listened to the show last week, there's a few questions, a few choice questions as well, which made people think, "Whoa, what's going on here?" And Jay was like, "Yeah, okay, moving on." I was thinking, I took my daughter for a walk. I was walking around the park listening to you showing that. I was thinking, is Jay going to answer this question or not, bro?
Yeah, I'm on to you, man.
I'm just the host in it. I'm just asking the questions, putting it out to you guys there to answer. That's all. That's all. No, but for me, growing up, it's always been drilled into, like, you know, women are not supposed to propose. They're supposed to be the man, etc., and stuff like that. So while growing up, obviously that's what's been in my head. But if now, obviously, I think people are free to do what they want, innit? That's all I can say. People are free to do their what. Me personally, I would rather myself propose. I wouldn't want, but if it were to happen, then it happens, innit? But I'm not saying I'm against it, and that's my views on it. I think if they want to do that, let them do it. I guess some men are just gonna feel like you said, that word, what's it, emasculated, that's it, by it, because I was in the thread actually from that video, and then someone said that the guy said, "How are you gonna do this to me in front of my guys? You're gonna make me look weak, blah blah blah." I'll try and find the video and I'll send it, like, etc. So yeah, I guess there's a lot of things to it, but that's not just because of like stereotypes and just things over the years that's been put onto guys, and this stigma, you know, guys have to do this, girls have to do that. But I think that's mainly why a lot of people still to this day would rather the men propose. Is that okay for you, Devil?
Yeah, that's
the most politician answer I've ever heard.
It was an answer.
Listen, I already said before when we started the show, I said there's going to be topics and stuff are going to come up that I think I'm going to have to take a miss on it, because I don't know. Sometimes I don't know what might come out in it. So I'm not trying to get cancelled. Listen, these days you say one thing and people get so angry about it when it's not even offensive. So you just have to be careful what you say these days. So that's why certain things I won't say anything about it. Or I'll do it at the end of the show when everyone's already locked off. When everyone's already locked off, because I'm telling you,
this is a safe platform for us to say whatever we feel, honestly, with our chest. That's you know what I mean? That's just, it's our show. They can't cancel us, bro. We're uncancelable. Let's go.
Well, yeah, on to our next topic, which is I've got it here. Killing over snow. Now, this one is a mad one. Someone sent this tweet to me, and I never saw the bit where they said warning graphic content. I'm not even going to play on the stream because I don't. I'm not going to. I'm not. That's what I said. I'm not playing it on the stream. I'm not.
We will get cancelled.
So I watched the video and I was like, what's going on here? And I had just woken up and I just see two people arguing, and the next minute I hear gunshots. I was like, okay, maybe it's just warning shots. Then I see one person go back inside, and then I see him come out with like a handgun. I was like, oh my goodness. And I see the man come and empty clips in people and go back inside, and he gets an AR and then empties that clip in them too. Just deads them because they shoveled some snow onto his land. Like I will link I'm gonna get the link and I'll post it in the chat later on. But it is disgusting. Like here it is. Is it Jeffrey shot and killed his neighbors James and Lisa before? Then he goes and kills himself. I didn't see that in the video. Yeah, I didn't see the argument.
See how these people are stupid.
Yeah.
So a big argument made you want to kill people over snow, and then you're going to kill yourself, so you don't even know the snow is still there anyway. So what's the point?
No,
what's the point?
Have these people not got salt in their house?
You know what I mean?
Just put a piece of salt and grit outside the front. You shovel some snow on my drive. I'm just going to put some salt and gravel down. It's gone, isn't it?
It's
Go
crazy.
back inside, play some FIFA.
When I first saw this and it said that people got killed over snow, I thought it was like a drug deal gone wrong. Like that I can understand because that's a whole heap of money that you're losing or whatever. But actual snow, which is just going to melt eventually. Get your bum out my face, man. You know what I mean? So, come, if you want to be on a stream like that, come. Yeah, I don't understand it. I don't understand how you could be so angry over something that really does not matter. Snow melts. Who cares if it's going to be on your drive? It's not. How long is it going to be there? You don't live in the Arctic Circle, and if you did, you wouldn't care about snow anyway. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. There's so many things that are going on in the world that a little piece of snow is going to drive you to kill two people plus yourself. what goes through people's minds? It's crazy. Like the lack of respect for life that some people have. What's crazy about it as well is that obviously these guys have probably been neighbors for a little while. I'm imagining there's been some beef or something. I refuse to believe that it's all about that little bit of snow. I reckon something's happened before and this has kind of tipped them over the edge. But for you to live next door to someone, they may or may not know that this brother had guns in his house. It just goes to show how mad America is. You could just have gun and one little argument, next thing you know, a man's shooting two different guns, emptying them out into people in the middle of the street. It's insane. It's insane.
I've dropped the link in the YouTube chat. So if you wanna after the show, you can have a click on that. It's mad. It's so mad.
I don't like to watch them things. I've never been able to watch them kind of videos.
No.
And the thing is, I don't
want to be desensitized to it. So I refuse.
That's the thing. I've always said I don't want to see these types of videos. And that, and then when I see that, I was just like, oh, it wasn't as gruesome as I've seen like some screenshots of some before where some people's like jaws are all hanging off their face and stuff. And I literally just click it off, and it's just disgusting. Was where they're actually shooting up the body, limbs and that all falling off. And it's like, why do people want to send this to me? I keep saying, do not send this to me.
It's not even about not sending it. It's like, why do people want to share it? Like, share the story. That's cool. Let us know what's going on. But why, like when I'm on Facebook or Twitter or whatever, and I'm scrolling through my timeline and I'm seeing this, I don't want to see that. You know, you also don't know who's looking over your shoulder. Do you know what I mean? I've got a 5-year-old here, as well as a baby who's going to be 4 months old a day before Devo. We know about that.
Yeah, we know about that.
Oh, sorry guys, they removed the video from from Twitter. I don't know if I'm gonna find that. I don't even want to find it. No. Sorry guys, but But
I don't want to be scrolling through. I don't want to be scrolling through my feed, and like any eyes can see that. And there's also, there's people that have got, a couple of cells in our head like us, which will look at it and be like, "That's disgusting. I'll never do that," or whatever. But you also got people that are heavily influenced by what they see online, And if they see that it's okay for this to happen, or they think it's normalized, then how does that influence the future? Not even the future, you know, there's people that are in their 40s, 50s that will probably look at that and think it's a relatively normal thing to do. So therefore will go, you know, there's people in the UK that have got guns that are knocking around. You know, you can buy guns from the fisher's shop. You know what I mean? Like, as long as you've got a license. In America, it's just so normal. It's so normal to have a gun. If you haven't got a gun, there's one dude I play online darts with, and he was telling me, "Oh my God, Gav, guess what? I just bought a gun this weekend." What?
You know, when I was in Miami, we was talking to this guy in a bar. Like, the guy worked in the bar, and he was so obsessed with us because we was from London. He's just, "Oh yeah, London's so cool, man, blah blah." And then he's like, "Y'all don't have guns over there. That's crazy. So what if you get into a fight with a dude? You just like you just guys with your hands?" It's like, yes.
Yeah.
We don't have guns. Like, that's
Yes.
perfectly normal. It's like, that's crazy. Like, that's not right to have that mentality that we, without having guns, that's crazy. That's a level of mentality I'm just never gonna understand.
Yannicka.
Do you know what? When I saw that video, I was like, what's going on? Because I didn't read before I clicked on the link in it. So I saw the video before I knew that the people actually died. So I thought, what is he shooting them with? Because the first time, she was just on the floor making a whole heap of noise, and the guy was making noise. So I thought, like, what is it, like a BB gun or something like that? And then obviously went back in and got another gun, and then they were dead. But it's just, the video is crazy, to be honest. Like, I don't know what's going on there. It's mad. But America, like you say, it's kind of normal that it's not normal, but like if you have a dispute with someone, people will just pull out a gun.
Yeah, it's normal over
which
there.
is crazy. It's
Natural.
just madness. Like, I don't know, like the way I think it's bad enough in London at the moment where people don't want to fight with their fist, they want to grab a knife.
Yeah.
But at least with a knife, you have some sort of chance of defending yourself. You know, you might be able to get the knife off them, or I don't know. You might not die from your injuries, but like getting shot, and like I'm sure that man shot the woman in the head the second time. Like, it's just mad. That video is mad. But
Yeah,
women
literally.
in America, I'm not even surprised, to be honest.
Legit, it was disgusting. Literally, just the fact that he went back inside and he got a bigger gun. Like, I thought it was all fake because like they were still moving. It looked like they were still moving, and then he went back inside and he's got this big AR, just emptied the clip in them. I was like, this is disgusting. Like, over what? Water, frozen water.
Frozen water.
Like, I don't understand, man. It's disgusting, man. And death is too easy for him. Death is too easy for him. He shouldn't have killed himself. He should have been. I don't know, man.
Imagine that both of them, all of them, ended up in the same afterlife and they're still beefing.
Yeah.
But you here as well. God damn it.
That should be his punishment. Get trapped with them.
Oh man. American. God damn it.
Oh my goodness.
Imagine if you kill someone in life, like the afterlife for you is you have to live with them people that you kill. And like the other people, they're not there. So it's not actually them. But it's like you have to live with the people that you killed. That would be some mad, crazy thing.
Good, they deserve it. Like, let them go after them. I don't understand. Like, why would you do stuff like that, man? Like, it's just, I don't know, man. Like, I wish I didn't see the video. I wish my friend didn't say that to me. I would just wish I didn't know.
You've got to watch that, and you've got to go to sleep tonight, and then have those thoughts in your head. I mean, I am petrified of three things: death, moths, and vomit. Sounds random, but like I am so petrified of dying that, you know, as soon as I get that sort of thought in my head, I can't sleep, and I think of, you know, like when you overthink about things. You know, like when you think about how big the universe is, one of them ones.
Oh yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, that's what sits in your head, and I think that would die in. And it's like, oh, you know, like you're not going to be at your own funeral. You're not going to see who's going to turn up, pretend to be like, oh my god, I love Gav Mac, you're my best mate. I'm like, you're a prick, mate. I don't want anything to do with you, fam. You know, like, but yeah, moths and vomit also freak me out on a different level.
Moths, they're just so you. What about butterflies?
Don't go
butterflies,
to failure, bro.
Butterflies are blessed, man. They're pretty, innit?
They're the same.
They're dusty. They've got these mad faces and that.
Fly differently as well.
You're kidding me.
Fly like they're drunk.
You know they do.
Kind of just that they just carry on back. They don't really come towards you too tough. But moths like they just fly at you, bro. Like they're trying to do something. So I get it. I get it.
Lights off. Do you remember all those memes that were going around? And like last year before, you know, like all the moth memes. Oh, I was locked off social media for that month. I was like, I ain't getting involved in this. I'm gonna turn up into up top. I'm gonna turn up for arrows. But other than that, I ain't scrolling through post signs. I don't want to see that.
Irrational fear.
Man said moths. Moths.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it is. Man said moth merchant.
Scared of that, man. No, I ain't about that. Honestly, when there's spiders in the house, I'm like, oh yeah, what is a spider? I'll pick it up. You know, like stroke it and that. Do you know what I mean? Sit and watch football with it and like put it on my shoulder, watch the chase with spiders and that. But yeah, when it comes to moths, I'm like, nah, get out of the house. If I was driving, there was a moth in the car. You know, there's drama that's about to happen.
Right, on to our next topic, which is we're going to be doing some rankings. Let's see if I can get this shared on the screen. I think Devo sent this over today.
Did I?
I think it was you.
I don't even know what I'm doing. It probably was. If it's good, it was me.
Read.
I didn't mean it like that. I thought if it's crap, it's Nick.
Where's it? Is Neeks?
Mm.
Here it is. Does it want to share? There we go. Rank these albums. So
you know what? I don't even know if I've heard half of these. I ain't heard that one.
That's Scissor.
Yeah.
Love Scissor,
I've never.
man.
Yeah.
Nope, haven't heard this album.
That was a good album to be fair.
I thought that was great.
Big album that was, Yannicka. I'll give you that.
I already know which one's coming last for Gav. But yeah.
I didn't see you. I thought. Did I?
Lemonade. Yep, I've listened to this one. This is a decent album.
That's a decent album. Good album.
Not sure who this is.
That's Solana. That was a good album.
Yeah.
That was a good album, man.
Okay. And big up.
Rihanna.
Island Girl.
Rihanna.
Which album's that there?
Is it
Anti.
Anti, yeah.
What
Is that the
song?
last album she did?
Like,
She ain't done an album for a long time.
Let me check what's on that album because I don't really listen to albums like that, so I wouldn't know what songs are on
Lots
it.
of bangers on this album. Lots of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'll get them up for you while everyone else can go on.
Well, I mean, I haven't heard Scissor, so I can't really comment on that one. So I'm just going to go with the other three. But Solange's album was a big album. I think Solange. It's a shame that she's Beyonce's sister because
Is that when she did that big? Did this album come out after she did that big uproar in the elevator?
Yeah. I think that one came out after she bust up Jay-Z.
No wonder why it's a big album.
What that Rihanna album? Which one is that? What songs?
So this is the Anti album. So it has "Kiss It Better," "Work," "Desperado," "Needed Me." Yeah, I said it. Same Old Mistakes, Never Ending, Love on the Brain, Higher, Closer to You.
I know that one. You know.
I know Kiss It Better and Love on the Brain. That's it. I don't know the rest.
All right, so yeah, I'm you know what I'm gonna say? Scissor because I ain't heard it. Fourth, Rihanna third, Beyonce second, Solange first.
This album was a banger, man. God. Well, obviously, for me, I haven't heard the first and the third one. So for me, I'm sticking with Rihanna. Lemonade comes in close. But obviously, obviously it's preference, isn't it? I like Rihanna, so it's Rihanna for me. Gav, before you speak, just know, please respect Rihanna. Because any disrespect that comes out of your mouth about Rihanna, you can put the album last, that's okay. But any disrespect, and you will be silenced. Do not disrespect.
So
You got away with it once, but you'll not get away with it again.
That was only via text. Rah. So that Lemonade album was quite a powerful album. I kind of like that. But it's not because I dislike the album, but Lemonade comes in at third. And then Solange, like I love her voice. She is special, man. And it's like as Devo said, it is such a shame that it's Beyonce's sister in it, because if she wasn't, I feel that she would still got some like big respect and big props. But I feel like people are only buying her stuff or listening to her stuff because of the family that she's in, rather than the talent that she's got. Which it's not her fault. You can't. It's not her fault. But SZA's album, I'm not just saying it anyway. I've got the album and it's a banger. I love her voice. I love the stuff she does. I love the features that she does as well. She does some mad features. There's a song that she does with Ocean, my Whole World. I'm gonna find it and I'll put it. I'll send it to you guys, and you can tweet it if you wish, or I'll just tweet it myself and tag you in. You know, whichever's easier. Look, I'm not a big fan of Rihanna. And it all stems back to working in pubs and bars from the age of Umbrella. Well, the thing is, I used to actually dig that track as well. I did my Rihanna before. I used to love that song. I used to work at MB's in Northampton. I was 20. I was 20 when it came out. I had my Walkman W880 iPhone, you know, the black one with the orange on the back.
I remember that phone.
If you haven't got that phone, like, what's the point? Hey, you know what I mean? That's a phone. You know what I mean? Whether you put because the headphones that it came with were strong, better than Beats all day. But then take the headphones out and still bang them on the bus, because I was driving at the age of 20. But if we were going into town, we wouldn't drive into town, leave the car in town overnight. No, we'd get the bus into town. We still be there, you know, like being the oldest.
Songs on loudspeakers.
Yeah, we were the oldest. Do you know what I mean? We're 20 years old.
That.
Like, a load of teenagers come on the bus. It's like, come off, get off over there. We're having a fag at the back of the bus and like listening to some tracks and whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like drinking some like MD 2020 still. Do you know what I mean? Because I didn't care. But you know, that was a banger. But working in pubs and bars, and that song coming on 8, 9, 10 times of a night on a shift, and you're working 5 shifts a week, you just automatically start hating Rihanna. And then
I can understand that.
Yeah, and from that, like literally just the sound of her voice, and then as soon as I look at her, I'll mute myself. I'll mute myself.
Yannicka.
Do you know what? I can't claim to have heard any of these albums, to be fair. Like, the first album, I've heard a few songs, so I'd probably go with that one first. And then might have to be Rihanna's second, because I actually know work. Like, I don't know a lot of songs on these albums because I just checked them to see whether I knew any of the songs, and I really don't. Like,
what do you listen to? How have you not heard?
You not listen to
Bunch of Lemonade,
old school music and Afro beats. So like, I listen to like Burna Boy, Wizkid, their albums. Obviously, I do know a lot of Rihanna albums, but just not really that one. So I'll probably put Rihanna second just because I know a few of the songs on that. And then honestly, I haven't heard Solange's, but I
I
know
respect it.
one or two of her songs. Like I have, like I don't know if it's on that particular album. And then Lemonade. That's probably because I used to listen to Beyonce albums, but not recently. Until she did that album for Lion King, I've not really listened to her songs too much. So yeah, I'd probably have to put them two joint last because I honestly don't know any of the songs on either of them albums. So yeah.
All right. I think we'll do one more before we go into our next
No,
one.
let's not do that one.
Oh, there's a couple more.
Let's not do that one.
Is that
Why
are they
not?
albums? They're not
He
albums.
says they'll
No.
drop a surprise album on the same night. What order you listening in? You got Nicki Minaj.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Is that Beyonce?
It's
Yeah.
Beyonce, Rihanna, and Ariana Grande.
Okay.
So for me, easy. It is Rihanna, Ariana, Beyonce, Nicki.
To be fair, if they all dropped a surprise album, I wouldn't listen to any.
I won't listen to any of them either.
I won't listen to any of them.
For me personally, but obviously the question is which order you listen in. So
Okay, well,
listen, outside of
probably-
like R&B and that,
probably
I'm
just
a
Rihanna. But I would never get around to listening to the others. It would just be Rihanna.
I'm an
I'm not
Ariana
listening to
fan. I'm an Ariana fan. I used to
like
watch her when she
Ariana.
was on Nickelodeon, Sam and Cat and all that. I watched her through there.
Are
And
you saying
yeah,
Ariana or Rihanna?
Ariana when she
Oh,
used to be on Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
So I'm a bit of an Ariana fan. So
That's all right. We all have our biases. It's cool. Right.
listen,
You know, the good thing is that you're able to talk about it so honestly and so open. Yeah.
wait, what's wrong with Ariana Grande?
Nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong. I'm just saying it's a good thing that you're able to
I'm
just
just
say it with your chest. It's good.
So when I say when I say things in my chest, you're like, oh, it's okay, whatever. And then when I don't, you're like,
I'm supporting you.
you're getting away.
I'm supporting you in your views and your. I think it's great that you can say that.
This guy's got some ulterior. Guy.
You're reading too
Right.
much.
Right.
Mm.
So we're going to our next topic, which is are artists / musicians role models. We were supposed to talk about this last week, but yeah, we had some other things came up and we definitely couldn't stop speaking about those. So Devo.
Yeah, this particular topic came up. It was from a conversation I was having with my missus a couple of weeks ago, actually, and we had varying views on it. And I can't remember what particular artist we was talking about, or if it was an artist at all. But you know, my missus was saying that certain musicians, when they get to a certain height of fame, it's their responsibility to be aware of the message they're putting out in their music, and that you know, they have a responsibility to the kids that are listening to them to be better role models. And my viewpoint was, so if you're a rapper and you've been rapping about something from the beginning, and that's your story, that's your message that you're putting out, once people start listening to you, it's not your fault they're listening to you. It's up to them and the people around them to say, yes, you should be listening to that, or no, you shouldn't. Why should I, as a musician or an artist, change my message because kids are listening to what I'm saying? I just put it out there. It's for people to listen to, and then they can do what they want. So as a musician, I don't feel like I should be a role model because I've not asked for that. All I'm doing is I'm putting out my message in my music, whether that's because I came from a certain background where selling drugs and running the streets was what I know. So I made music because that's what I know. And then that's what got me to the table. And I want to keep talking about that because that's what I know from my past. Why should I then change because kids are listening to what I said? So I think it's an interesting conversation because for me, I believe role models shouldn't be people that you necessarily see on TV. Yes, you can look up to them and want to be where they are, but role models are people you know in your life who can actively change and actively affect and influence your life. It's not for people on the TV who you don't know. How can these people be a role model when all you see is them on the TV? So someone who I used was Jay Huss, for example. Jay Huss came from the streets, was on top of the world, and then went jail for possessing a knife. and everyone's like, oh, this guy's an idiot, blah, 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 all this stuff. I was like, that's who he is. He's been telling you in his music about, you know what I mean? That's what he's been saying. Now, you can't be mad at him now because he's doing what he was talking about in his music. Do you know what I mean? That's who he was. He's never changed. So for me, it's just, I think it's an interesting conversation when it comes to role models and artists. And I think musicians get it a lot worse. Musicians get it a lot worse than, say, for example, actors or directors who make movies where all of these things are like readily available. The same thing. They're movies with characters who people look up to and relate to, and they're killing and doing all these things. And rock and roll artists for years in metal and whatever rock music, rock and roll, talk about drugs and, you know, sleeping around and doing all these wild parties and blah, blah, blah. But that was never held accountable for making people alcoholics or making people drug abusers. But then when it comes to hip hop and grime and things like that, these music should be held accountable for making people want to go out on the streets and sell drugs and do this, that, the other. So for me, it should be equal standard. It's just an art form. It's an art form. And then the question should be, why is it that people can't differentiate between real life and an art form? So that was my point.
I was going to say to that, I don't know why people are expecting these musicians or whatever to be a parent to your child or whatever. It's like they're doing what they're doing, okay? Like Devil said, you know, you come up, if you're on the road and you're making music from the road, just because your music now bangs, what do you want me to do? What do you want to change his music to? Because people are not listening to him for that. They listen to him because they like his music. Why? Now, if this type of music comes on the radio or whatever, then, and you know it's not a good influence for them to hear at the young age, you take it off. It's not down to them to make music for your kids. That's not who they're making music for. The people that are making music for your kids are Pink Fong with Baby Shark and them man there nursery rhymes. So are them man there. So put your kids to listen to that. Why are you got them listening to this and then complaining about so and so? It's not up to artists or people in the media or whatever. It's just not down to them. I don't know why people think that. It's just like with Cardi B, like her song WAP came on the radio and then she ran to I can't remember if she ran to take her kid out or she ran to stop it so her kid doesn't hear it. And that's what it's supposed to be. You know that that's not something you want them to hear at that age. So you either get them out of the room or you just don't play it when they're around. It's that simple. Why is it down to the artist? And for me, that's not their job.
Well, you mentioned Baby Shark. You ever heard the R&B version of Baby Shark before?
No.
Nope.
Oh my Lord, it is flames.
You know what, actually? Because a friend of mine is a producer and engineer, and he makes like deep house and techno and stuff. And he had a little boy around the time when Baby Shark came out. I was like, "Bob, you need to do a remix for this. It'll be flames. You need to do a remix." And then when it drops in the clubs, people began nuts. But he never did it. But yeah, sorry, Gav, go on.
That's fine. You just mentioned Baby Shark. I think it's jokes. Like, the thing is, because when I was a kid, I was raised around hip hop. Well, not even hip hop as such. I'm lying, actually. I weren't raised by hip hop at all. I was raised around R&B and reggae music, but I loved hip hop myself. And a few of the kids I went to school with used to listen to it and stuff. So I would listen to it, and then my parents would hear that I was listening to it and take it away from me. So then it was almost like it was taboo that they thought that maybe if I listened to it too much, then I'll be influenced by it, all that sort of stuff. I don't think I would be influenced by it, but you know, if I'm in my suit on the way to work and I'm banging out, I don't know, Aston Martin music as a nice one, or like just like dirty, like deep, like Rick Ross stuff. It doesn't mean that I'm gonna go start selling drugs and like have guns in my trunk. It don't mean that, I just like the music, I like the sound of it. But going back to what we were saying before about the My Man in the Snow that was shooting at people are influenced. It's not the musician's fault. that people are influenced by it, but I think there needs to be a level of protection that you try and put out there. You know, there's censorship, you know, there's like, oh, don't listen to these songs after whatever o'clock. The internet has screwed that to a degree because, you know, back in my day, there was, you know, you had the watershed, you know, 9 o'clock. That's when you can say whatever you want and do whatever you like, especially with music. Yo MTV Raps wasn't on at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. It was on at 12 o'clock at night. You know what I mean? So, you know, and then like Tim Westwood. Why is Tim Westwood not on at 9 o'clock? Why is he on at 9 o'clock? Sorry, on a Saturday at the time when I was a kid, and 11 o'clock on a Friday, because he was playing more raucous stuff during the day. If you want to listen to New Radicals and Spice Girls and whatever, crack on, do your thing. But in the evening, that's when the naughty stuff came around. In terms of the actual role model thing, I do side with Devo though. You know, if that's your music and that's what you want to bring and that's what you want to produce, then that's up to you. You know, I'm not there to mother or father your children. I'm there to be an artist and produce things that I like. When I used to do a bit of music when I was a teenager and stuff as well, and like in my early 20s, and you know, I wasn't like Will Smith, but I barely swore in my music because I know my mum and my stepdad would just moan about it, you know. So I find, and you know, I read a thesaurus and I found other words that I could use instead of swearing, you know. But then, you know, there's other people that I still hang around with, and you know, friends of mine that will talk about this and that happened, this happened, and I'm thinking, hey, you haven't got those sort of things. So you have to look at it from that perspective as well. Is it just an art form? Is it just for them to try and be, you know, try and give it the big and all that sort of stuff? I don't know. But yeah, as a role model, you know, I still love Tupac, man. Honestly, I'm still the same way.
Yannicka?
Yeah, do you know what? I agree with what you're saying. Like at the end of the day, as an artist, it's your choice what kind of music you put out. I think it's maybe a little bit different if you kind of start off as like a singer and a lot of your fans are like kids, and then you start doing music which is inappropriate for kids, because that way your target audience, you know, are kids, so you should make sure it's appropriate for them kids. And then like, I don't know, but then at the same time, I think the influence thing only becomes a problem if you're doing things in your personal life. Yeah. Yeah, if you're doing stuff in your personal life, like I know there was one time actually Rihanna, she obviously has a lot of followers, young, old, whatever. She's got like a very broad fan base. And when she had that incident with Chris Brown where he like abused her or whatever, she obviously it got leaked or whatever. She came out, I don't know. And the pictures were everywhere of her like badly beaten up. And Chris Brown at that point basically got cancelled because everyone was like, no way, you don't hit women.
And still to this day,
yeah,
he's like, look what he did to Rihanna. Now. I'm like, she's forgiven him.
Yeah. So my issue with that is not actually obviously what happened, right? Everyone kind of sided with her, which was the right thing, you know, because she's the victim. But then when she got back with him, it was interesting because she actually, obviously Chris Brown was still getting a lot of hate because of what had happened. And she was kind of like, I've forgiven him, so get over it kind of thing. But I didn't like that because I was thinking, okay, she's a celebrity, right? So even though Chris Brown beat her up, she has a certain level of protection that other women might not have. And if you're a role model, or not even as a role model, but if you're a fan of Rihanna and you see that she took him back, that might be another girl's reason for taking back her abusive boyfriend, who might actually go on to kill her. So even though
you can't put that on Rihanna though, like.
No, I get your point, but
no, it's not Rihanna's fault. But what I said is when you're in a position of power or you're in a position of influence over other people, like we've seen it before. Like Beyonce could go and wear a bin bag, and then you will have thousands of girls wearing bin bags. It's not because Beyonce is some fashion designer. It's just because Beyonce did it, so why don't I? And I just think like I'm not bothered who Rihanna dates. Like, I don't care if she can date anyone. But I think when she took him back, and then not only took him back, she then was telling people, "Oh, I've forgiven him. You should too." I just thought for people that aren't as clever or maybe are more influenced than her, because for me, I'm not influenced by celebrities. Like, celebrities can do whatever they want. I don't care. But there are some girls who, if Rihanna, if Beyonce wears a bin bag, they're wearing a bin bag.
It's
So
like when Rihanna dyed her hair red, and then every single girl
and then
had their hair red.
So I just thought I thought, even though she's not a role model in terms of, she wouldn't probably claim to be a role model, I just thought it's a little bit dangerous when you're kind of in situations like that, because it's a weird one for me, because she kind of was very much for people turning against Chris Brown in the beginning. And then when she took him back, she was kind of like, well, I'm over it now. Everyone else should be. But it's like, yeah, but everyone took your side. So now you've changed to his side. It's like her fans were a little bit lost. And I agree with what you're saying. It's not her fault.
Forgive him. So it's like, is it because she's because of her status in life? Are you saying so she got abused by Chris Brown?
Yeah.
Obviously, they sorted out their differences or whatever, and she went. Are you saying that she wants to get back with him, but she shouldn't because she's an influencer and it would influence people to make wrong choices with crazier people that might actually?
I just think like in situations like that, you have to think of the bigger picture. And yes,
she shouldn't get. Boy,
but you know what?
The heart wants what the heart wants, isn't it?
No, but you know what it becomes.
It's almost like, yes, people don't want to be role models, but when you're famous, you almost become a role model by default. And it's not. You shouldn't be. Like, I'm not saying you should be a role model, but some people are very influenced by celebrities. Like, some people will go on YouTube, and if the influencer is posting skinny tea, they'll go and buy skinny tea, and then they'll be like, "Oh, I'm not losing any weight." But such and such lost weight. Kylie Jenner lost weight. No, Kylie Jenner didn't lose weight. She went and got surgery. That's why she's. So I don't know.
Them people are literally influencers, so they're literally telling you to do this. Whereas someone like Rihanna's just putting out music. Like, we love you, and then I understand what you're saying. It does create a dangerous kind of precedent, because people will follow her, but she's never said, "I am your role model."
Yeah, it's not her fault.
Yeah, I'll get that.
It's a harsh one, because
almost,
as you said, when you do become
I am your role model.
when you become a celebrity, you do become a role model, and that's my issue with that. Why? Like, why do we put these celebrities? It's like, I enjoy your music, cool, that's it. Boom, make music. I don't care what you do in your personal life, that's up to you. Do you know what I mean? Why is it that celebrity culture has become so big that as a young person, you lose that view of reality? You can't, you can't differentiate between what is real and what you're seeing on your TV screen, because these people are making music and they're very talented. That's all it is. They breathe the same air as you. Do you know what I mean? They walk on the same streets.
The difference is they bring their personal life into the mainstream domain. So when there was all that stuff that was going on between Rihanna and Chris Brown, it's all, and when they did that, getting back together and doing whatever they were doing, it's almost like it normalized domestic violence to a degree. And like, look how much stuff has been going on with domestic violence, like over the years as a whole anyway. And I'll tell you what, it's not just women, men against women. It goes the other way. And the other way, the amount of men that get laughed at, oh, you're a sissy, you're this, you're that, oh, you go, beat you up. No, man, I've seen some stuff. I'm not going to go into it because I want to protect that person. Do you know what I mean? But I've seen some nasty things that have happened, right? And when you bring that back, it's like, okay, well, they're doing it, and especially like while we're going through lockdown and that, there are partners that are, there are people that are partnered up together right now that are going through domestic abuse and that, and it's almost like they'll always, be like, use it as a reference point, that, oh well, Rihanna and Chris Brown, rah rah rah. but it happened, and we've seen all the pictures and stuff. It just so happens that they're famous, so therefore it's in the public domain. But there's even worse than that's going on behind the scenes. So when it is out there and it's being normalized like that, it's not cool. It's not okay.
And what makes it worse is the thing is these musicians and all of that. Them at first, that's all what they were. They weren't seen as role models. But the reason why they became role models is because of social media. And obviously, to build your brand, to sell more music, you have to, build yourself as like this person to your fans. You're gonna be posting pictures of when you go out to do your shopping, in your garden with your dogs and all of these things. So, people are starting to get to see more of you, getting to like you more. And then they start to look up to you, like, I want to be like you when I grow up. They start to idolize them because they're seeing more of them, making them look a bit more human per se. But before, it was just like you just see them on music videos, you see them on TV, and maybe you get like a leak in the Sun about some little gossip or something, or TMZ or whatever it was. Whether it was back then, but now, like, is that you get the Kylie Jenners where literally their Instagram is just there to like bring you in, to like them more. So when they do something, you instantly do it. And that is probably, and because obviously, like I said, musicians have to follow that blueprint now. Because if you look at a musician from before, and then you look at one now, you will see that even though the one from before is really good, they don't have as much followers or as much views as this one, because obviously they ain't been building their brand, they ain't been on this Instagram, this social network thing. And that's the reason why people are seeing these people as role models, because they see them every day in a day-to-day.
Good point.
But yeah, I was gonna bring something up, but to actually go to my point as well. But look at this: a rapper kills his whole family for being on punishment.
Yeah, I've said this from a long time. Like I'm an old man now, innit? And I said I fear for these generations that are coming up now in the social media generate, because these people have the sense of reality is just not there for some of these kids. These kids grow up just thinking GTA is a real thing. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying that GTA should be banned, because you should be able to play a game and notice that these things aren't real. You can't do these things. You should be able to watch a movie and say, that's a movie. That's not real. You can't do those things. You should be able to listen to a song and say, that's not real. But some of these kids don't have that grasp of reality.
No, we have to normalize our kids. I mean, like,
because they're just glued. They're just glued to the tablets and stuff like that.
Yeah, they feel like Facebook earlier on today. Someone goes, "Oh, who was your favorite YouTuber when you were a kid?" It's like YouTube's a new thing, cuz.
Yeah, TV shows.
What character did you play in Fortnite when you were a kid? What?
Even when we were kids, I'm sure we all watched like films or listened to music and things that we probably shouldn't have when we was that age, but we knew that weren't real. Do you know what I'm saying? Even when I was a pussy when I was a kid, so I never watched any of them horror movies. But you know what I mean, them horror movies that I knew they existed, but I knew you couldn't run around with freaking knives in your hand going around to slash people up and expect it to be cool. You can't do that. That's not real. People don't turn up in your dreams and kill you. That shit's fantasy. Do you know what I mean? That shit's fantasy. I don't understand. This generation, the younger generations that come out, they seem to have a lack of a sense of reality. It's like that someone said in the thing, they're tapped. It's like they are
tapped.
Like, it's just madness. It's scary.
Oh boy. But yeah, I was gonna bring that into the subject. But yeah, this is it, man. This is the reality that we're in now, and we've just gotta just train our kids and just remember to tell them, like, do not idolize these people. You are you grow up and you want to be what you want to be. Don't want to be them. Be you. Like what I think Ihan said. Just aspire to be the best of what you want to be, and don't look up to these people.
This is why
they're not role models.
This is why my child can't know about Santa and them things there. So no, I got you them presents. My money got you them presents. Ain't no fat man coming through no chimney.
We've got
presents underneath your thing. No tooth fairy. That's me. I did that.
Now we've got a different perspective with that. So it's like, because all the kids know about Santa and that sort of stuff. So what we say is, there's, these little bits that you get in your stocking stuff. Santa bought those, but the expensive big stuff that all you want, we got those because, because like otherwise they're going to ask for like mad expensive stuff. And they're expecting Santa to get it, but like like tutu socks and the t-shirt and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, Santa got you them. That's cool, but this bigness here, that comes from us. Do you know what I mean?
That way they won't like Santa because Santa only just buys me socks.
Well, that's cool. Do you know what I mean? Never buy them socks again. Just give it to my grandma and that, innit? Like my grandma, my mum, like I love her grandma and that. We'll sort that. So I love my socks. I
love getting socks now.
Trust, I want those socks now. I remember I used to cuss and that. Now I love them.
I just don't want Lynx Africa. I don't want to get that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I know we have to move on, but I'm just gonna throw this comment in. Like, I blame the weak mentality and weak baby society. I'm just gonna say one last thing, and then we'll go into the next thing on this. The kids of today are bubble wrapped, muddy cuddled, and they're just snowflakes. I'm sorry if you are a kid of today, but this is what you are. You say one thing and you are offended. Anything offended. You can't tell them anything. I heard that teachers now, they're like, even if they did bad, you still have to tell them something good. Listen, your work is crap. Your work is crap. Fix up and learn. What is this? Why should I tell you that you're doing good when you're doing crap? And this is why when they receive criticism, they break down and they want to go and do madness, like throw themselves in trains and stuff like people have some. I'm not saying all, but the kids.
I see what he means earlier now.
I'm sorry, but the kids today, I feel like they're too bubble wrapped and they're muddy cuddled and they're very soft. And any criticism, and it's the end of the world for them. And that is because of how they're bringing people. You can't even lick your kids.
I was going to say, I don't know how old you are, Jay, and I don't want you to tell the people how old you are. I don't want to bait you up like that. And Yannicka, I know it's your birthday tomorrow, so straight up 21, 100%. And then Devo, we've had a conversation about our age groups and stuff as well. But getting two licks when you were a kid,
you're damn right. I'm the worst teacher ever. I will be telling. I'll be like, what kind of shit is this? Like, I will literally say that in front of class. This is shit. Like, I'm being serious.
Yeah, but sometimes you need that.
Gross.
You need that. You need two licks. Do you know what I mean?
I'm not give anyone a lick now.
I'm not going to turn around and tell people I'm going to start hitting my youth because I'm not gonna. I'm hoping what I'm going to be able to do is raise my daughter in the right way possible. Anyway, as best as possible with my perspective and with my partner's perspective, and we can raise her to be the best person she can be. Obviously, she's going to do certain things wrong. That's fine, and we'll punish accordingly. But I got licks when I was younger until a certain age, and I turned out all right. And a lot of people that are my age group, turned out all right as well. And it's ones that didn't get licks are the ones that have turned out not so well. You know what I mean?
So there's a thin line, and I do believe that a lot of like Caribbean and African parents especially went over that line. But yeah, I agree. Like a little. Like,
well, I don't. Yeah, like on the back of the legs. I'm not talking about like beating them up and dashing them against walls and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, not that.
But people like
I always said, if I ever had a kid that turned out to be a dickhead, I'm just gonna leave them in the park. I ain't got time for that.
I said leave them.
I ain't got time for that.
Wait, Stork, take them back.
We'll just go park one day and then I'll come home and Mrs. will be like, where's the baby? Didn't work out.
It's the ones there, when you're out with your parents, you're out and you're just doing the most, and they say, you know what? Wait, I'll do you when I get home, or when we get home. Trust, just from that instantly for the rest of the night, your moods change. You don't even do nothing because you're just trying to behave, so they forget that they said that. So when you go home, you're cool.
Try to do something funny to distract the situation. You go home and you're like, Mom? She's like, yeah. Remember how the other day when you did that thing there? I'm like, oh my God, don't beat me, mother, don't beat me now.
My friend telling me about the cane that his mom bought and left next to the plant pot. He said, listen, anytime she grabs that, I know other people, they said, anytime they misbehave, their parents grab anything, broom, pan, brush, plate,
Flip-flop.
anything.
Yeah.
They get licked with it.
You know, my uncle had a good tip because he had 3 kids, and he would just be watching TV and he'd hear the kids and ramping. And he would just kick off his slipper. He didn't even look away from the TV, just kick off his slipper, and the kid would just see the slipper ain't on his foot no more and just fix up. He'd slide his foot back in the
That's
slipper.
what I'm
Like,
trying to
nothing
say.
happened.
This is
Look away
what
from
the
TV.
kids. This is what the kids are missing today, man. They don't got no fear, and that's the problem, man. So they can get away with anything. They don't know when you get licked with anything. What do you know about getting licked with a broom? You get chased around the house. Come here. You know what I tell you?
I'll tell you what is worse, yeah. You know, like your mum or your grandma has perfect English, but as soon as there's beef, the stammer comes out.
Yep.
And you get a lick with every syllable going. Oh my lord. I wear me tell you. I don't know what you said, Grandma. You know what I mean?
You didn't want the school to call you. Yep.
That never happened to me though.
Sure. But yeah, we're now at the part of the show where we do our lovely would you rather. Devil says he's got a good one for us. I know we're kind of running out of time. But yeah, it always happens, man. We always go into a topic that we need more time on. I just don't think an hour is enough in it. I'll try to get better with that timekeeping. So let me throw this up while Devil gets his one.
It's just gonna come straight off the dome.
Oh,
Okay. All right, you go.
It's a silly one.
While I
It's
get
a
this
silly
one.
It's just a silly random one. So for me, would you rather that you had transparent eyelids or multiple different vegetables for fingers? So let's say, for example, you have a mushroom for a thumb, carrot for a forefinger, like courgette middle finger. I mean, like a sugar snap or whatever they're called, as like your ring finger, and then your little finger could be like I don't know, like one of them little baby sweet corn things. Or you have transparent eyelids, so you literally can't close your eyes ever.
Well, you can close the.
You can, but you'll just be able to
Oh, I see. Yeah,
transparent eyelids. That's what I mean. I was going to take my hat off and put it over my face, but I don't want to eat. So don't worry, I see my barnet, mate. I've got my comb. Got my comb here anyway, just in case it ends up coming off.
You know, I think you have to be the eyelids. It has to be the eyelids. Imagine mushrooms.
Eyelids. Do you know how deep
just
that
cover
is?
it over. Just pull your eye, cover it because this is
All
mad.
the time?
How you gonna type with a mushroom? Like,
Your thumbs are mushroom.
I'm going to throw darts. You know what I mean? Like,
nah, I'm sorry.
And Erhan said, "Can you eat and grow back the?" No, once you eat your fingers, they're gone. You can't eat your fingers.
No more biting your nails.
Yeah. No, you still got fingernails. You just got the best.
Yeah, I know, but you start eating them, then they're gone, innit? Then you start eating further down.
I don't know,
and
man.
it's
Transparent eyelids, bro. Like, nah. Because you just literally can't blink or nothing. Like, you just, do you know?
Well, you can blink.
Your eyelids
It's just
are,
that.
Oh, so like your eyes
big
just
your eyelids
out
are.
all the
Your
time.
eyes are just out all the time. Like your
No, but you said it's
eyelids are see-through,
transparent.
completely see through.
Yeah,
So
but
there's no point in having them.
Yeah, but
no,
then
but
you
you
could
still
get an eye
blink.
mask and still sleep because once you got
Yeah,
the
you
eye mask on, you can't see nothing.
Yeah,
And
but
at night time
the
it's
rest of the
dark
day.
anyway.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you blinking, but you don't blink to stop seeing things. You blink because you just I don't know why we blink, but we just blink,
So
innit?
keep your eyes moist.
To like
and that,
clean.
innit? You
So,
don't want to dry your eyes out.
but when we blink, just because
I
it's
don't know, man.
transparent, it still
Transparent
happens.
eyelid.
It's just that we can't see the eyelid. It's just that we can't see the eyelid, but they're still there. They're just see through.
I think you're underestimating how much you use your eyelids. You know.
Oh,
You
then,
might-
Devo, what vegetables
God, here we go.
do you have as your fingers?
So a
in this-
mushroom for your thumb. Think as a carrot, forefinger.
What
Courgette,
are they?
middle
Sean
finger.
Snake carrots or like
No, them big ones.
the big one? Oh, wow.
Courgette,
Okay.
middle finger. Like a sugar snap or
Why are you
orange two.
Courgette.
Orange two for the ring finger, and one of them little sweet corn, baby sweet corn, little finger.
You're mad.
I'm gonna have nightmares about moths and that tonight. Cheers.
But you know what? If you had those vegetable fingers and you wanted to slap a brother, that'd be a healthy slap.
There we go. Knobs for hands, eyelids, no doubt. You're damn right for that one. But anyway, next one. Here we go. Have sex with your most attractive cousin or drink a gallon of breast milk that your mom has been saving since you were an infant.
Oh. If it was just a gallon of breast milk, then I'd probably do that. Yeah, I've had it already, innit? I've already had it.
Yeah,
But since you were an infant, you know,
I've already had some now.
so that's like
I'll
what?
do it on the show right now.
Because it's saved since you were an infant. That's gonna be.
That's
rancid.
like 28.
Yeah, that's
30
gonna be
year old milk.
rancid. That's gonna be horrible.
That's gonna be spoiled,
Yeah,
and I don't like
but
cheese.
See,
so.
but Erhan said it's because you used to drink breast. Yeah, that's fine, but it's not now breast milk. It's milk from 30 years old plus. So that's the caveat
You know
here.
what I want to know? Like, whoever made up these questions has something, because isn't it the same?
Yeah, they like their cousin. Isn't it?
Yeah, they got something with a cousin. It's always about
They're
having
probably
sex with a cousin.
Brazilian. Probably Brazilian.
So what? Is everyone drinking the gallon of milk? Yeah.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to go for the gallon of
Yeah,
milk.
but the thing is, who finds their cousins attractive in the first place? Like,
It's just like when you're at Black
There are
Friday,
people out there that do.
No, but you can know.
It's-
You can know when your cousins are pretty or attractively. Like, you can know when anyone's attractive. You might not be attracted to them, but you know they're
But you know
attractive.
that they're pretty. Yeah.
but it's just like all
yeah, I
commercial.
don't have any male cousins on my Jamaican side.
What about on the other side? Anyway, but like,
Yeah, right. I've got white male cousins, yeah, but nah. Look like
but like
Poco.
when you go to parties and that, and you're like, oh, she's all right, and then like your mum's there and she goes, oh, well, you know, da 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 and da da da. I'm like, yeah. Oh, well, that's da da da. I'm like, so that's my family then.
Well, that's that. Right. Have sex with someone 40 years older than you, or pee a little bit every time someone says your name.
Easy. Have sex with someone 40 years older than me.
Yeah, that's
Just the one
happened.
time, boom, bam. You know what I mean? The only thing is, you're gonna have to do some real mental gymnastics to like get yourself in the game mode to do that. That's it.
Not necessarily.
Bruh, 40 years older than you. I just deep that.
Yeah, bro,
Hey,
that's
all
an old woman for me, bro. I'm a big man.
I just deep that. That is man.
That's an old woman for me. But if it's Helen Mirren or like Sophia Loren, them girls look good as old
Real
women.
talk. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they look alright.
Don't worry about that.
So if it's them,
Man.
I think it's easier for a guy to say A than a girl.
unless he's got
No,
big
there's
money.
some dilfs out there, and like and like sugar daddies and that. And it's your
40 years
birthday, Yannicka.
older.
You know what I mean? It's your birthday.
Oh god.
I guess it's A then.
It'd have to be A, but that's not ideal, to be honest.
Not at all. These questions are mad. All right, here we go. Play spin the bottle with everyone in your immediate family, or swallow a used condom you found on the sidewalk.
None of them. Sorry, no.
No, you have to pick. You have to pick. You have to
Nah, that's
You have to pick.
when it says placed in the bottle. Like,
You know what goes down in spin the ball, so you're gonna have to be lips in your dad.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Devil, I know Devil has to go, so this will probably be our last one. Let's start with Devil. Which one are you picking? Actually crying.
So I need to take a picture of that. I need to send
You're
it to
muted.
people.
You're muted. You're muted.
Yeah, I might
Oh,
just have to pretend I'm on You're a Celebrity or something, and just swallow that condom.
Oh god.
But you know what? Which sidewalk am I on? Because if I'm in like Kensington or something and it's one of them nice ones, then chances are it's someone who may look after themselves. But if I'm like in the back streets in some dodgy, dingy little thing in, like, you know what I mean, in like
Listen,
Camden or something.
it's on the sidewalk. You just don't know.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if I'm in like outside a crack den in Camden or something, then there's chance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If you could choose where it's from, it'd be like from like, I don't know, like Surbiton.
No, but
or
you
something.
can't, innit? It's just you can't, innit?
Then yeah, that's
Straight from the
cool. I'm down
sidewalk,
for
innit?
that.
Straight from the sidewalk in South London, yeah, straight out of there, straight out of Shanktown. 11 people knacked today. Straight out of there.
Croydon Town Centre.
Croydon Town Centre. Which one is it? Are you
That'd be worse.
actually
I probably
drinking that?
know them. I probably know whose it is.
At least you
So
can say
you're-
you swallowed and not in it. Oh my god.
Why would I want to say that? You know what I mean? That's something I'd never wish to say. But yeah, I would do that.
You would swallow. Alright,
Yeah.
cool. Gav?
Oh, whoa. Oh, you get an answer afterwards, Jay.
Yes, I'm gonna answer.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm with Devo because I'm not being funny. Like that is, I've worked at pubs and bars. I've drank a lot. I've hung around with rugby players. You know, we've done some things, not like that. But you know, silly stuff happens. I'd much rather do that than play spin the bottle with.
You know why? Because you can keep that to yourself.
Uh,
Spin the bottle with everyone in your family. Everyone in your family is
Oh my
what's
lord!
funny.
Never looked
I mean,
in
nah.
that respect.
Nah,
Oh,
I'm going with
God.
B.
Yeah.
You
Yannicka?
can take that secret to the grave.
Yeah. It has to be B, obviously. I'm not into any. The people that have created this game are literally incest, like, or they want to, because everything is about having sex or kissing your family members.
Yeah,
Which is
because
obviously
it's hard.
always
It's hard to do that. I think
these
it's
people
because
are
it
not
makes it
right.
Yeah.
hard to do it.
These people are not right in the head.
They're probably not.
Yeah.
I bet you if we glance at the next one, it'll have something about family or sperm in the next
Yeah,
question.
well, it's
Well,
sperm.
we won't know till next week.
Yeah, but Jay, which one are you doing though?
I'm playing spin the bottle. I am not putting any cum.
Bumba.
I'm not putting no cum in my mouth. Are you mad?
So
No.
is that thing
way.
spun and you had to lips your mum?
Listen,
Your lips in your mum?
I have to lips my mum. I have to lips
What
my
about
mum.
Lipsy Granddad? Like,
Then so be it. I am not picking up. I am not picking up condom off the road
But you know what?
and drinking that. That's disgusting.
No,
Do
but
you,
it
that,
didn't say
at
that
least
the
you
man-
know
it didn't
your
say the man
family.
finished.
This is some random person. Listen,
didn't
that
say
could be
there was sperm
AIDS,
in the condom.
HIV.
It
There
didn't
could
say
be.
there was sperm in the condom.
Listen,
It just said it was used.
listen.
It didn't say
Yeah.
the man finished.
There's something in there. There's something in
You
there,
could have
man.
just wore it and then got disturbed.
Devil, I use condom. It's gonna have cum inside of it.
No,
I
not
am
necessarily.
not putting
No,
that
the
in.
man
my-
might not have got a chance to finish.
I actually know someone who
Nope. Nope. Not happening.
has
No.
snorted a condom and taken it out of their mouth.
Ew.
No.
Please bring up Erhan's comment, please.
He said he got shit for lips to his friend. But yeah. Okay, but that you wanted to do that. This is hypothetical because this ain't gonna happen. I ain't playing spin the bottle with my immediate family, and I ain't swallowing a condom. So this is just picking. You actually done it. I haven't done any of these things here. So yes, you will get stick. You will get stick.
Wow. What an end to the show.
Well, anyway, as Devo has to go, I'm going to be ending up the show. Thank you for joining us today, Gav. And
Happy birthday, Yannicka.
happy birthday, Yannicka. It's in half an hour.
Happy birthday birthday to you.
I guess it's you singing
Happy
today then.
birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Yannicka.
Yeah, city,
Happy birthday to you.
Hey.
I finished all
She's-
my drinks, but I just...
she's cringing. Look at her. She's like, oh my gosh, no.
Yeah, Javon was positive because he got a small
Well, so it's
bar.
right for having a birthday tomorrow, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's like your birthday. We won't sing.
Yeah.
But yeah, once again, I'd like to thank Devo and Yannicka as always for joining me also as well. They'll hopefully all be here whenever we do this show. Enjoy doing this. But yeah, guys, make sure you subscribe. If you haven't, thank you for sticking all the way here. I don't even know what I'm saying. Getting tongue. Thank you for watching throughout the whole thing, and everyone that's watching on replay. Thanks for joining. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't liked the video. Send in any questions, or if you want to send in would you rathers, maybe we should tweet that out, Devil. Send in your would you rathers. I'm pretty sure we'll get some mad ones because there are some mad people on the internet, so we'll get some mad ones. But yeah, once again, yeah, thanks and see you soon.